Hi.
All right, let me see if it's recording you. I have the. Could you say something again, Brandon?
Hi, what's up?
All right, there you go. So you're being recorded, so that's good. All right, so today we're going to review our usual shows: Supergirl, Flash, Legends, and I
Talk
get
about Krabby Patty.
talk about Krabby Patties. So that thumbnail is still relevant, good, because it's also going to be what they're going to watch when they're
Yeah.
listening to this. So this is a listening podcast. So you can listen to this in the background if you want. It's what I do when I upload these. I just listen to them in the background.
Yeah.
So that being said, today, Supergirl finally improved a little bit, so that's good. So Brandon, is your webcam's out for me?
I turned it off.
Okay, if you don't want to have it on, that's fine.
It's okay.
Let me see if I can. I can't turn mine on. That's really annoying. All right, whatever. We're just gonna have to move forward. What the hell? Yeah, we're just gonna move forward. All right, so Brandon, if you could do the honors of reading the Supergirl episodes we're reviewing today. What's the name of the first one?
Mr. and Mrs. Netflix.
It's we're reviewing this one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Go for it.
Netflix, an imp with powers to manipulate reality, proposes marriage to Kara, who refuses, making him take it as a challenge. Monel suggests killing Netflix, which she rejects. Netflix summons Parasite to attack National City before killing it in order to impress her, failing. Monel inadvertently revealed that another way to remove imps is by getting them to say or spell their name backwards. Later, Wynn discovers a device in the DEO's collection that is connected to the fifth dimensional energy that Netflix draws power from him. Monel attempts to use it to duel Netflix to the death. Netflix eventually gains the upper hand and tries to kill Monel, only for Kara to arrive and agree to marry him. He later arrives at the Fortress of Solitude for his wedding, but Kara states that she will not marry him. Angered, he attacks her, but she stops the battle by locking the fortress down and activating the self-destruct sequence. Netflix begs for the code to stop the countdown, but after inputting the code, he realizes that it spells his name backwards and is defeated. Mon and Kara develop romance. Meanwhile, Wynn starts dating Lyra Styran, how do you pronounce her name? Strayed or something, an alien from Starhaven. That's it.
All right. So this fucking episode. Okay. So what can I say about this? What did you think about it, Brandon? Another miss, or
Yeah, kind of another miss to me.
yeah. What made it a miss for you personally?
I'm trying to think hard because it's been a while. Well, again, Kara was kind of a bitch to Monel. How many times does she have to play him and stuff like that? Do you know?
Well, the annoying thing, and this is, I think I ranted about this earlier with you off camera, but the thing that pissed me off about that whole thing was that she basically said, "You and your male ego problem." And I'm thinking to myself, hold the phone here. You can say that he has an ego problem. He does. But when you equate to a single gender or sex or whatever term you want to use, and say oh, it's a thing that all men have a problem with, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? It's the feminist writers saying, hey, fuck males, alright? Fuck guys, okay? Patriarchy and shit. So
sometimes I have to remind myself that Supergirl is not written by Mark Guggenheim. I have to be honest with you.
It doesn't surprise me. Admittingly, Mark Guggenheim not in Arrow, but like Marvel Comics, he's writing an X-Men book right now, and he's actually saying that he's not gonna write politics in it because like Marvel Comics has gone like super extreme SJW the past couple of years. Yeah. So like he's actually now Marvel Comics is saying like, okay, people are not buying our comics because of our social justice warrior politics, so he's gonna write it out of X-Men, which is appropriate because like the whole point of X-Men, like discrimination and all that sort of thing, it doesn't really hold a huge message as much as it used to compared to back in the day, in my opinion. I mean, cause it's like, I mean, it's all individual. I feel like discrimination is, from what I can see, is becoming a individual basis sort of a thing instead of like a collective group. So it's like if you're being discriminated against and like in your life, that doesn't necessarily mean like that's how the rest of the world is or that's how the country is as well. I mean, we have people we have minorities that are politicians, police officers, you name it. They all form a position of power. Same thing with women. There are women politicians, women business owners, women, like, there's really nothing there's no arbitrary characteristic of yours that's holding you back. So I feel like discrimination is more of an individual basis sort of thing. So, but anyway, the problem with Supergirl is like, and the problem with feminists in general is that they honestly think that we still live in the 1950s and 60s, and they just won't let it go. I mean,
yeah.
So, I don't have a problem with Supergirl saying, I'm Supergirl, I can take care of myself. I don't have a problem with that. That's fine with me. Because that's not necessarily going up against someone's gender or something, but like it's just fucking retarded that saying stuff like that is just stupid. Also, I feel like Mr. Mxyzptlk was basically a, hey, he doesn't know what consent means. Oh my god, what a creep. And I'm like, yeah, we all know what consent is. We all know what it means, okay? Like, seriously, you act as if though we live in the fucking Saudi Arabia. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, right. Everyone and their grandfather knows what consent is. Fuck. Jesus Christ. They must really think low of everyday ordinary people to write this type of crap. I mean, they really do. I'm putting their liberal la-la land.
Yeah.
So, other than that, episode itself, honestly, I feel like if Mxyzptlk was just a prankster like he is in the comics, and they didn't transform him into a metaphor for consent and blah blah blah, patriarchy, blah blah blah, then it would have been better. I would have preferred if he had just, was just a prankster from the fifth dimension like he was in the comics before, and that would have been so much better. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like this episode is also filler, by the way. Again.
Surprise.
I'm not surprised anymore. Only 2 episodes we're talking about weren't filler. So, that being said, this episode wasn't that great. It had some moments in it where I was like, oh, okay, this isn't that bad. But then it's also like, when we start throwing out sexist shit, like saying male problems and all male ego problems and all that crap, that's just when the show loses me. Yeah. I'm not saying this because I'm a male. I'm saying it because it's like, look, I really don't give a fuck what you think about people. Even if you're the most sexist, racist asshole on the planet, you still have the right to hold your beliefs. So I'm not saying change your beliefs because, I'm not going to force anyone to do that. But it's also like, I don't really care. But it's also like you're giving out a bad message to people as well. It's sort of like, hey, young girls watching this, all guys are assholes, all guys have egomaniac problems, all guys are, it's like, you're not going to do anything. I mean, honestly, they're typical feminists. They're fighting for something that doesn't even need to be fought for. So, whatever. That's my opinion. This show wasn't that great. This episode wasn't that great. We're gonna make Supergirl great again, you hear me?
Get the water bottles.
Water bottle. Deport her to Krypton. Oh wait, it's not there anymore. Deport her to space. So, that's about it. This episode wasn't that great. Brandon, what did you think of this episode?
Yeah, I didn't think it was that great either.
Alright, so if we have to pick a rating for a character... Also, we'll get it out of the way. Win with a romantic lead. Okay, here's the funny thing that no one seems to be upset about. Supergirl, super politically correct show, super liberal show, super feminist show. Wynn's love interest, Lyra, I did some research because I wasn't that familiar with the character. Apparently, she's supposed to be Native American. And she's white in this. Huh, how come I'm not hearing anyone complaining about whitewashing or some shit like that?
Exactly.
It's like you don't get to play the card and say, "Oh, I'm super PC, I'm super politically correct, I'm super feminism," and then say stupid shit like that. I mean, you can't. It's just so retarded. And the only reason they're getting away with it is because you know, it's an obscure character. If it wasn't for that, fuck, people would be fucking having an outrage on Twitter. But Twitter gets outraged at anything, so.
Yeah.
So anyway, other than that, all right, Brandon, what do you? Is there anything else you want to give your thoughts for? I know I talked for a while, so if you can rant. Honestly, I have no problem with it.
Not much. You covered pretty much everything.
So would you say, like... So, my question is to you, when you hear stupid shit like the whole male ego problem, what's the first thing you think of? Because for me, it's sort of like, are you fucking kidding me? That's what I think.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, it's just bullshit.
It's just fucking retarded. I mean, we're literally told for the past couple of years that men are this, men are that, men are this, men are that. And it's like, look... Shut the fuck up. You're an idiot, and you're being incredibly sexist. That's what you're being. Honestly, you're being...
So become a referee.
Yeah, become a referee. Fucking moron.
Sexist ref.
Sexist ref. Oh my god. I forgot about sexist ref. That's an inside joke. So, anyway, Brandon, what do you want to give character and rating for this episode?
See, it's been 3 weeks, so... And this was a very forgettable episode.
Yeah,
me.
it wasn't that good. I mean, I'm just going to be honest.
I think I'm gonna go with Mono.
Because he got crapped on the entire episode.
He did, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna agree with you on that because he got shat on this entire episode, and he was basically a punching bag for the male gender.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I'm gonna go with him. And my letter grading, honestly, folks, it's gonna sound harsh. I'm gonna give this a D+. It wasn't that good. It was completely forgettable. It kind of sexist at times. So, again, I don't get triggered, but it's also like, quit being fucking hypocrites. That's what I'm trying to say.
yeah, seriously.
It's like you say, oh, you know, and then they say stupid shit. And also, I was unaware that if a guy cares about you and just wants to protect you, he's being sexist towards you.
Exactly.
He's not saying, oh, Supergirl can't take care of herself, you know, which tries to make what you think, but it's also like, the dude just wants to protect his lady, his girlfriend. I don't see what the problem is with that. Like, fuck. Alright.
I'm gonna go with the D-.
Oh, damn, you were that close to giving it an F?
Yeah.
Fuck. I mean, okay.
Just because they're repeating the same bullshit over and over again, it's getting annoying.
Yeah, it is getting annoying. Alright, so We're done with the Mr. Misficklix episode. Hopefully, if he appears again, which he probably will, it's a better episode because this one did not do the character justice. So,
yeah.
We'll move on to the next one.
Oh yeah, the synopsis for the Kevin Smith episode came out, and it doesn't sound that good.
It doesn't?
No. Here's a hint.
Oh.
Maggie's ex is coming in it.
Batwoman?
I guess.
What's the name of her ex?
Doesn't say, it just says X.
Swear to God, if it's Batwoman, I'll be excited, but I'll also be like, what the fuck?
Right, which leads us to the next episode, which is titled Homecoming.
Spider-Man?
Yep. Spider-Man receives an alarm. No, just kidding. Wynn receives an alarm regarding a convoy departing from Cadmus. Kara and Jean investigate and rescue a chained Jeremiah. Jeremiah claims Cadmus has created a fusion bomb using energy from Kara's heat vision, intending to pin the blame on aliens. He persuades John to reinstate him back as DEO, which makes Mono suspicious. At dinner with Kara's family and Jean, Mono raises his suspicions to Kara, who tells him to leave. John assigns Jeremiah to oversee the medical bay, but he attempts to access the DEO's database, alerting Wynn. After confronting Jeremiah, Kara is hesitant to accept his excuse, while Alex believes him. Wynn locates the purported fusion bomb, but Kara and Alex discover nothing at its location. At the DEO, John realizes he cannot read Jeremiah's mind and that he's working for Cadmus. Jeremiah attacks John and Wynn and downloads information from the mainframe onto a device before escaping. Kara and Alex confront Jeremiah, Lillian, and Hank. Kara rushes to save train passengers Cadmus has endangered, while Alex goes after Lillian and Jeremiah. Jeremiah escapes after Alex cannot bring herself to shoot him. Wynn later determines that Jeremiah downloaded the National Alien Registry. That's it.
Alright, so, okay.
Oh god, I sound like shit.
Are you sick or something, or?
Stuffed nose.
Oh, okay. So that's what it is. Okay, this episode, I think we can all agree this episode was a lot better than the last one. Like, a lot better.
Yeah.
So, the question... So, okay, so this was an episode I think we were all kind of waiting for, because we were all waiting for Jeremiah to come back and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Which, okay, gotta be honest, Brandon, what did you think of this episode? Because I feel
a lot better.
It was a lot better.
That time. But it was very predictable, but still.
Well, what was so predictable about it?
That Jeremiah was gonna betray them.
That was so obvious.
Yeah, and there's gonna be like one of the members is gonna be suspicious, and then one of the members is like not gonna want to believe it, and shit like that.
Yeah.
Shit we've seen in a lot of shows.
Basically, folks, and I've said this before, I'll say it again, I do not hate this show. I only hate this show when it gets political, or when it... Which I don't have a problem with politics, but Supergirl is so one-sided
Yeah.
with politics that it's almost like, what the hell? And, what else? It's, the writing is just not... It's not the best. It's really predictable, especially for a CW show. I mean, we all knew Jeremiah... What?
The ex's name is Emily.
Oh, forget it. Not Batwoman. Are you really reading the synopsis while I'm talking?
Yeah.
Bruh, why can't you talk more during reviews then? Fuck. I mean, fuck. Here, I'll let you...
I've already given my share. It was predictable.
It's predictable. Okay, was there anything you... What did you...
You really question why, like, when Monel's trying to talk to Kara, again, Kara's, like, not believing it. But then as soon as, like, Wynn comes in and says the same thing, she starts to, like, all of a sudden believe it.
Dude, Supergirl's like the worst girlfriend ever. Fuck.
Yeah.
She's
seriously.
like, I don't believe you. And I'm like, well, the whole part of a relationship is you're supposed to trust each other and all that shit.
Yeah.
But like, once again, dude, Mon-El, fucking punching bag.
Yeah.
Swear to God. Let's see what else. Okay, out of all the characters, and I think for the first time in a long time, it seemed Alex finally had something to do besides pandering to the LGBT community.
Yeah.
So that's good. Which, you know what? Fuck it. At this point, I've said this numerous times. I don't give a fuck about her sexuality. But you know how it is nowadays. You say you're not for the pandering, then all of a sudden, oh, you're a fucking homophobe. That's not true. I don't care. Brandon doesn't care. Nobody cares. You're not brave, Supergirl. You're predictable. Every character is a gay character. There's really nothing predictable. It's so predictable.
Uh-huh.
Not only that, it's like, fuck. Man, the 1.7% of the population is very well represented.
Yeah.
So anyway, the point I'm trying to get across here, folks, is that, honestly, I'm just telling you right now, she's probably my character because she finally did something, and she finally had a character arc besides just being pandering for the LGBT community. So, also, it makes no sense why that T is an LGBT. What does being transsexual have to do with sexuality?
I have no idea.
So I'm going to call LGB community. So, the point I'm trying to get across here is that she finally had some character development that was finally something besides, you know, her relationship with Alex, which is so hilarious because I feel like if we changed Maggie's gender to male, people would be like, oh my god, like, this is terrible, like, this is her entire character arc is wrapped around a guy, this is not feminist, this is sexist, and it's like, well, okay, but all of a sudden if it's a woman, it's a lesbian relationship, then it's fine, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's so fucking double standard, dude. It's just like, it's the problem with this is the problem I have, is that people have double standards. If it's with a lesbian relationship, and it's like, all her characters have been about this whole season, is her being gay, which I don't care about, and all this sort of thing. But let's say we switched roles with Maxwell Lord. Let's say he was still in the show, and we were getting the sort of story with Alex, with the relationship stuff, but with Maxwell Lord, because it seemed that they were going for that in season 1. I fucking guarantee you, some people would be losing their fucking shit over it. Because, oh my god, she's so attached to guys. Oh, you know, but all of a sudden, oh, because they're lesbian, no, it's okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
But the point I'm trying to get across here is that she finally did something besides being pandering for pandering purposes, which is great. And overall, the action was pretty decent. But again, very predictable, but still an enjoyable episode nonetheless, I'd have to say. Also, I gotta say this right now. I'm beginning to think there's no point of having Martian Manhunter on this show. Because he can't read people's minds. He can't go in the atmosphere. He can't do this. He can't do that. And it's like, look, you're the ones who brought him in the fucking show, okay? We all know Martian Manhunter is one of the most powerful DC characters. So, even more powerful than Superman. So don't tell me... So if you have to keep making an excuse for every single thing, oh, he can't read the minds, he can't do this, he can't do that. What's the point of fucking him having on, honestly?
Yeah.
I just don't see the purpose. Do you think they're wasting... I feel like they're wasting him.
I feel like they're wasting him, too.
Like, what do you think they should do with him? Do you think they should get rid of him? I think that'd be a terrible mistake, but it almost...
Give him his own show.
The Martian Manhunter show? Dude, I'd watch the shit out of that show.
Yeah.
Dude, I watched the shit out of Martian Manhunter show. So, my question is, okay, so what did you like about this episode, Brandon?
Get a little bit more involved with Cadmus.
That's true. That's a good point.
And again, like the Alex thing.
Yeah. Some people felt like the pandering was really high in this. It was either this episode or next episode. I don't think so. Like, I don't think either of these two episodes, the one we're reviewing right now and the one we're going to review, had that much pandering to it. But whatever. So the point is, guys, I'm gonna give this episode a... What would you give it, Brandon?
I go A minus.
A minus. All right.
Yeah, it doesn't get the solid A because of the predictability.
It was pretty predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm going to agree with you. And obviously, I said earlier in the review, Alex was my character. I assume she is.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, too.
All right. Moving on. Steamrolling these episodes.
Alright, I'm going to have to read this one off just a regular, like, Supergirl wiki because Wikipedia did not upload a synopsis for it.
Okay.
So it's going to be a really short one.
Oh, God. Okay.
Episode 15, Exodus. As Alex searches for Jeremiah and Kara investigates a series alien kidnappings, the sisters realize they must break the rules to foil a new Cadmus plot. In an effort to get Kara to run a story that would help her stop Cadmus, Kara agrees to set up an interview between Snapper and Supergirl. That's it.
Are you serious? That's it? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was either that or read like a 4-paragraph plot summary.
4 paragraphs?
Yeah.
You don't need 4 paragraphs. Oh my God. Okay, folks. Alright, I'll give you the synopsis. Metaphor for Trump deporting illegal aliens. Let's see. Martian Manhunter exposing that Alex was not competent for this mission, and somehow they're trying to tell you that's a bad thing, even though he proved that she was not capable of being in this mission without bias. A lot of ass kicking. Cadmus, Hank Henshaw versus Jeremiah Dean Cain. All that stuff.
Yeah.
So Supergirl, Alex getting on a fucking UFO or spaceship or whatever, almost gets launched into space, and that's what Hank warned her about. She does exactly what he was worried about, and he apologizes later. It's fucking retarded. And Supergirl has to stop the ship, and woo, aliens are free. And also fake news. Kara gets fired from CatGo for independently publishing a story, which is justified. You can't do that. I mean, you obviously cannot do that if you're a journalist for a company and independently publish an article. Especially when you have especially when you're using sources from the people you work for. Moron. And so it's kind of funny because like Snapper was kind of like, it's kind of funny because he was sort of like, hey, fake news is a big deal, but it could be used for a bad thing. It could be used to get a fascist into the White House. And I went, oh, ha, 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 Supergirl.
Yeah.
Trump's the fascist. Okay, yeah, that's why PC police wants to control everything we say, huh? Fucking moron.
Yeah.
Alright, so let me be honest with you guys here. And this is going to be a bit of a rant. So forgive me if you are tired of this, but Supergirl keeps bringing it up. Not my fault. Okay.
Blame the writers.
Blame the writers, man. This is the thing. They basically have turned, and I remember I sent you an article about this, Brandon, about Supergirl's politics being super out of date.
Yeah.
So, and I'm just going to say it now. Folks, this show, a show that's supposed to be about Supergirl, has pretty much decided, you know what, she's the side character. We're going to focus more on everyone else except her. We're also going to bring up politics to the point of where you begin to wonder, what, am I watching a show about Supergirl? Am I watching a fucking liberal leftist propaganda when it comes to feminism and immigration sort of thing? And for the love of God, Trump does not want to deport all immigrants. He only wants to deport illegal aliens.
You know what? If I had a nickel for every person who thought Donald Trump wanted to deport all immigrants, I'd probably be as rich as Donald Trump right now.
Exactly. This is the thing. This is, when you walk into American soil, you're not automatically an American citizen. Okay? You have to do the fucking law. And for all of you saying, oh my God, they're just normal people like you and me, stop. to some of them, I assume, are good people. I quoted our president when we said that. Some, I assume, are good people. But look at the economic hit that it is causing on our country. They are coming in, they are filling out for welfare, and you don't have to prove you're a citizen of the United States. You don't need a social security card, social security number to get welfare. You can be an illegal immigrant, come in here, and then get on welfare and never work fucking again.
Yeah.
Not only that, Supergirl, I just love how you assume that when I have met so many people that have been victims of illegal aliens who I knew someone whose best friend was killed by an illegal alien. So if you want to sit here and talk to me about this bullshit about how all illegal aliens are just like you and me, fuck you, okay? Just go fuck yourself. You know nothing, you virtue-signaling fucking assholes. Do some fucking research and get out of your little liberal la-la land where we're all gonna hold hands and sing Kumbaya. And realize your fucking pandering is stupid. You lost the election. Get over it. Most people do not agree with you. They've had it with this crap. This is why you're losing viewers, because nobody wants to fucking hear your virtue-signaling son of a bitch. Quit talking to us like we're a bunch of little kids. Oh my god, isn't this horrible? Don't break the law. We won't have a problem.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots. Even my mom was like, even my mom, when I was watching this with her, was like, are you fucking kidding me with this shit?
Yeah, no, right.
She was just like, this is so obvious. And I joked around and I said, what's next? Are we going to build a galactic wall?
Probably.
I approve of galactic walls. And because of this episode, that wall just got 100 feet higher. So, the point I'm trying to get across here is, regardless of where you stand on the political spectrum, regardless of how you feel about that, I'm just so fucking sick of it. Supergirl, you are supposed to be a show. Why this show? Why is this the show that they want to make political? I don't understand it.
Yeah.
This is the problem. This is the problem people have with female leads, man. It's not because they're female leads. It's not because people hate women and all that crap. If you think that's why some people have a problem with female leads, you're an idiot, okay? You need to hear me right now. The reason why so many people, why a few certain individuals have a problem with female leads is because they know you're going to get some sort of feminist propaganda. They know you're going to go political. You know they're going to have some men bashing. You know it's going to be there to a certain extent. Why do you think so many people, whenever a new video game or a movie has a female protagonist, they automatically assume, oh great, here comes some feminist bullshit?
Exactly.
I mean, I don't have a problem with female characters. Fuck, I just bought Horizon Zero Dawn. It's a fucking great game. It has a female character and everything. And guess what? It doesn't have any feminist propaganda in it. Why can't Hollywood figure this out? No one cares if you're male, if the lead is male or female, trans, whatever. No one cares, okay? But when you bring up your fucking propaganda bullshit, that's when people start to say, you know what? Fuck this. That's what people say, because that's the problem. You need to stop writing people as arbitrary characteristics. Nobody cares that Supergirl is a woman, okay? We want to see Supergirl for her as a character and for her as an individual. But instead, we have to bring gender politics into this.
Yeah.
I'm just being real with you guys here. This is so fucking retarded. This show has, since the beginning of Season 2, has been nothing but pandering. It panders to illegal aliens. It panders to the LGBT community, which I don't have a problem with the LGBT community. Not at all. Whatever. More power to you. Live your life. I don't care. But stop acting like we live in this time where everyone hates you. No one hates you. And if they do, I'm sorry if you know someone in your life that hates you because of your sexual choices. They're horrible people. We know this. Yeah. But most of us are not that way. We just don't care. I don't care. Brandon, do you care? No, you don't.
Nope.
You don't care one bit. You could care less than 2 shits.
I don't give an ape shit.
I don't care a grod shit. I mean, and it's just so... I'm just so sick of this. Donald Trump is regardless of how you feel, Supergirl, Donald Trump is your president.
Season 3 main villain Donald Trump.
Season 3. Do not be surprised if the male character that they introduced at the end of this episode, Kevin Sorbo, which is hilarious because he's a super social conservative. So I'm surprised they're even letting him on the show. Oh my God, you're not liberal enough. You don't think like me. You know, don't be surprised if they make him into a Trump analogy. I swear to God. I mean, they're practically making this what's-her-face, Lillian Luthor, fucking Trump analogy.
Yeah.
It's just so fucking retarded. Stop with this bullshit. Move on. Enough. You can get political sometimes. That's fine. But every single episode? Come on.
Yeah. Agreed.
Come on. I mean, ugh. By the way, Lena Luthor was back and she's still a great character. I mean, being honest with you.
Yeah. Don't
know if she'll betray her. But anyways, other than that, this was a good episode. It had a lot of action. It had that Martian Manhunter thing with Alex, I did not expect that. Did you expect that? I felt like...
No, I didn't.
So, it definitely not as predictable as the last episode. And it was a very entertaining episode. It showed us an interesting direction where the series is going now that Kara has been released from Catgo. What do you think of that? Do you think that's a good idea, or do you think that's like a bad one, considering we spent all that time in season 1?
To be honest, I think I know there's an episode coming up about journalism, but...
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But I'm already going to tell you how it's going to be. Hey guys, you should watch CNN. They speak the truth and nothing but the truth. Anything that's pro-Donald Trump needs to be removed as it's fake news. That's exactly what it's going to be.
Yeah.
So, my point is this. Supergirl, you're losing your viewers fast.
Yeah.
You need to stop with the political stuff. You can have gay characters. No one cares. Every show has a gay character. No one gives a fuck. You can do whatever you want. But honestly, it's just getting old. You need to, and if you're going to talk about one topic, please stay on the fucking topic. You want to talk about immigration? Fine. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's write about immigration in a subtle way where it's not super obvious what side you're on. You present both sides of the argument, which admittingly they did do when they were in that dumb Wonder Woman president episode with Jean. But love how they kept demoralizing him. Oh my God, you think that registering every alien as a citizen is bad? How horrible! And he's like, well, some of them are dangerous.
Exactly.
That's the whole point of our border system. Fucking morons. And you also want to take away your guns, too.
You think the show's starting to become unwatchable? As I told you off camera that, I'm going back to, not feeling up to watching Supergirl anymore.
Well,
like I did at the beginning of the first season.
So, for you, what, you're not going to review these episodes, or what?
No, I'll still watch it, but I'm like, are you starting to feel like this is becoming unwatchable?
That's a good question. Do I think... I feel like when this show... Like I said, I still think this was a good episode, and I still think the last one was a good episode. But I do agree that the flaws, especially with the politics stuff and all that stuff, and the filler and everything, this show at times does feel unwatchable. I will not deny that. But do I think it's completely unwatchable? No, I don't think we're at that point yet. We're not at Arrow season 3 and 4 territory yet. We're getting close. I think the show is slowly becoming that, which is unfortunate. So,
yeah.
I mean, what do you...
Down to 2.
What do you think, Brandon?
I'm starting to feel that way. I'm honestly starting to feel that way where I'm just, not excited for Supergirl anymore.
I know. What do you think they should do to improve it, in your opinion?
Eliminate all politics.
That'd be great.
At least for the rest of this season, because
I would just prefer it in general.
Yeah.
Or if they do it, write it in a subtle way that presents both sides of the argument, and do not deliberately vilify one side of the argument.
Yeah.
Try to find some middle ground, because that's what we need. We don't need, if you're this, you're racist, if you're that, you're an idiot. We don't need that type of discussion. It's so old. I'm so sick of it. You need to write it in a way where characters who disagree with each other can find middle ground, instead of just saying, "Oh, my view is the right way, and if you disagree with me, you're a horrible human being. You are the equivalent of Satan." Because I'm getting super tired of that.
Yeah.
So, but the problem is, Brandon, these Hollywood elites, they don't understand. Every single one of them, for the most part, has the exact same opinion as another. If I walked into a Hollywood boardroom reading right now, I guarantee you they would all think the exact same thing. It's a hive mind. And for some reason they think they're so above everyone that they have to write it in this sort of way. It's so bullshit with me. I mean, it's just so retarded. We'll see.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if they slowly move away from it, because Kevin Sorbo, the Mon-El's dad, he is a pretty big conservative, so I would not be surprised if they toned it down.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, well, technically we're being a bunch of hypocrites if we have a conservative on the show or whatever. So maybe they'll tone it down, or maybe they'll use it as an excuse to bash the guy through his character. Yeah, that's probably what it's going to be. But the point is, Supergirl, let it go. This shit's more appropriate on Arrow anyway because of Green Arrow's character. Supergirl, no. I mean, I could maybe get away with the gender stuff if you just... If you would just not bash all men, that'd be great. Yeah. You could still say, hey, Supergirl's a woman and she's trying to do this and that. That's fine, I guess. I don't think it's kind of necessary. I think it's been done to death. But if you want to do it, cool. But don't use it as an excuse to bash all men.
Yeah.
The point I'm trying... Okay, let's talk about the episode. I'm sorry for that rant. Jesus, Brandon.
What?
That noise.
Me stretching?
Yeah. So, alright, Brandon, okay, I gotta... What did you like about this episode?
Well, again, there was no Alex and Maggie. Again.
Yeah. There was like one scene and that was it.
Yeah.
And that, whatever.
Another thing they should probably, tone down for the rest of the season.
They totally need to. I thought they were gonna tone it down a long time ago.
Nope.
Nope. Fucking Christ. What else did you like? The action was pretty good.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Towards when Kara was confronted. Was it Kara or was it Alex? It was Alex. Who had the bomb.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was pretty cool. The Martian Manhunter thing, the twist, that was cool. I wish he didn't apologize because he was absolutely right.
Yeah.
But whatever, God forbid we criticize a female character, especially if they're a lesbian.
Exactly.
So, because fuck viewing people as individuals, right?
Yeah.
So, the point is that this episode was pretty good. Again, the political pandering, enough is enough. It's time to move forward. It came close at times to ruining the episode, but I'm not going to let it ruin the episode for me because there was enough in it to make me enjoy it. And to say that I overall did enjoy it, I'd probably watch it again. But anyway, that being said, Brandon, what would you rate this episode with a character?
I'll give this one... I'm going to give this one a B+.
Alright, who's your character?
This one was hard too because it was kind of a toss-up between Alex and Kara.
Alright.
Kara with the whole journalism thing.
You know what, I think...
I'm going to give this one for Kara.
Yeah, that was the character I was going to choose as well.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the journalism thing. I mean, she did deserve to be fired, though.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
But, at this point, what else would she have done? Let that whole, not warn the whole city? She had literally, no choice to do it.
I know, but she still deserved to be fired.
Well, yeah, but still.
Yeah, I know, but I hear what you're saying, but she totally did deserve to get fired. No matter.
Yeah.
So, that being said, I'm going to go with her as well. I really hope this Catgo thing, or her being fired from it, is not just for, one episode, and oh my god, we're back!
I don't think so, but there will be that journalism episode.
It just seems like that company is so... Also, Guardian showed up for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Where is that guy half the time?
I know, right?
I mean, I honestly feel like this show, once again, cramming too much shit into one episode, into one season, and all of a sudden, now it's what are we doing?
Exactly.
I honestly don't know what's going on at this point.
Yeah.
So, alright, so B+ for me as well. I was gonna originally rate it higher in the last episode, but then I realized, this fucking show, dude. This fucking episode it's just so much bullshit, okay?
Yeah.
It's just fuck you and your stance on immigration. You're allowed to think what you want, but do not try to sit here and vilify people for thinking the opposite view. You can go screw yourself if that's the case.
How funny would it be if the Conservatives ended up winning at the end of the season?
Dude, I would love it so much! Honestly, dude, if Maggie breaks up with Alex, I will probably be cheering.
Yeah.
I will be like, just fuck you. Just fuck you.
At the end of water bottles take over the world.
Water bottles take over the world, and they're kryptonite water bottles. Alright, folks. We've kind of given our stance to Supergirl. Supergirl will be off. Is it this week? This week, and it'll be back on the 20th. So
with the crossover, which once again will only happen with the back end of Supergirl.
Thank God.
Yeah, I heard next year for the 4-way crossover, they're thinking of ways to get Supergirl fully in on the crossover.
She takes place on a different Earth, so it's gonna be hard. But
yeah,
whatever. If they can do it, then go for it.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of prefer the way they already have it structured, where it's she has the tail end of it, and I prefer that formula more. That's just. What about you? Do you prefer that, or do you think
well,
should be fully involved no matter what? Yeah. All right. Oh, can we move on to the still flawed but enjoyable show?
Flash time. Alright, episode 13, which is titled Attack on Gorilla City. Earth 2 Wells is captured while running through the woods. Jesse explains that he was leading an expedition to Gorilla City that was ambushed and killed while Wells disappeared. Barry recalls that in the future, Central City will be attacked by gorillas. He, Julian, Cisco, and Caitlin go to rescue him, but are captured by Grodd. Speaking through Wells, Grodd asks Barry to help him usurp his master, Solivar. Barry agrees to fight Solivar in the area for the lives of the others and wins, but refuses to kill him. Grodd seizes control of Gorilla City and prepares an invasion of Earth 1. The team asks Caitlin to kill Cisco so Grodd can't open a portal, but she refuses. Barry fakes his death and Grodd removes him from his cage. He resuscitates himself and frees the others, and they return to Earth 1. Jessie and her father reunite, and Wally and Jessie recommit to their relationship. Julian asks Caitlin out on a date. Grodd assembles an army with a brainwashed gypsy at his side. That's it.
Alright, what did you think of this episode? This was the first part of the Gorilla episodes.
Yeah, I thought it was a good episode.
What did you like about it and all that stuff?
definitely the CGI with what they did with the city.
It was so good that they made Savitar wear a suit. What else? Maybe you should watch these shows before we review them, like the day before.
Maybe I should. I'm just trying to pick bits up on. Okay, can I talk about stuff I was a little bit disappointed about?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Talk about whatever you want.
Okay, you know the parts where Jesse tells, this is kind of a nitpick, but you know the parts where Jesse and, was supposed to tell, like, Harry, or no, not Harry, but, like, talk about how she wants to move to Earth 1?
Yeah.
That wasn't supposed to happen until the second part. You know that, right?
No, but go on.
They erased something in the episode, which was they were supposed to be fighting a metahuman who could control gravity.
That's right. They were supposed to have an adventure or something.
Yeah.
They'll probably save that for the next episode.
They got erased off, and I was a little disappointed. I kind of wanted to see that.
Yeah, I agree with Brandon. Instead of just like, I honestly think it's because of the budget and because of. I think it's mostly they did that mostly because of the budget. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, probably.
I think they'll go back to it in a later episode, but I don't think they're going to do it like anytime soon. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. So okay, so I guess we should realm off on that Jesse Wally relationship stuff. You know, do you approve? Do you disapprove? What do you think of it? I know people are kind of.
I'm not right with it, to be honest.
I'm not
I mean,
against it. I'm not. You know.
I think it's better than Maggie and Alex.
Dude, the only thing that's worse than Maggie and Alex is all listening.
Yeah.
That's about it. I mean, to be honest. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. The one thing that bothers me about their relationship is like when you really sit down and think about it, Wally and Jesse don't really know each other.
Yeah,
they've only met each other like what a couple of times, and all of a sudden they want to bang. So of course it's fine. And all of a sudden, hey, you want to move in? Like if we did that shit in the real world, they'd be like, what? Like you fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
But like. I'm not against it. I'm not like, oh my god, I'm super pumped for it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like super into it, bro. I'm like, no, I'm not that. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. It doesn't bother me. A lot of people are sort of like, of course. Brandon, guess who's mad about this?
Who?
Our favorite letter F group is mad about this. Feminists.
Yeah.
They are saying, why does Jesse have to move in with Wally and say that she is a woman, she does not need to be tied down to a man, and blah, 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 and like, why can't he move in with her because all of a sudden, because it's a man's possession and stuff like that. Calm down. Like, what do you think of all that nonsense?
Oh my god, can we just deport them already?
Deport them? Are they here legally?
Who cares at this point?
I'm gonna be honest with you guys here. The only thing I'm not gonna say this from a feminist point of view is I'm not gonna look at it from a retarded point of view. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that okay, I agree on that. Why can't he move to Earth 2? Because without Jesse Quigg, who's gonna defend Earth 2?
Yeah.
I agree with them on that. I do not think her moving in with someone she likes, who is a guy, I don't have a problem with that. My problem is, from a continuity point of view, what about Earth 2? I sort of feel like that's what they're going to do, because it's almost like Wally's becoming way better than Barry at this point.
Yeah.
Because it's also like, it's kind of interesting, we'll kind of talk about that in the next episode, not the next episode, the episode after that. So, it's almost like, okay, what do we do for that? And as for we gotta talk about this. I used to be I used to have nothing against it, but now I'm sort of like, why do we have Caitlin and Julian as a thing? What are your thoughts on that? I'm pretty mixed. I don't really.
Well, the only reason why I think they are a thing is just for Julian, to be honest.
But it still feels kind of old, you know.
It does.
It's sort of like, why can't we just...
You need to show Julian Caitlin's history of dating.
Yeah, because otherwise... I mean, is it because they're both villains?
Yeah, so.
Dr. Killer Alchemy, or whatever?
Killer Alchemy.
I mean, it's like, okay, I'm not like saying it... Oh, sorry. I'm not saying it's like the worst thing ever, but I'm also saying it's like, it's just not necessary for me. It's just like, we all know how this is going to end.
Yeah.
We all know they're not coming together because it says guest starring Tom... What's his face? I don't even know.
Felton.
Tom Felton. So he's not even going to be around for the show. So we all know it's going to either end in disaster, they're going to break up, or something. So
He's either going to die or...
become evil again, and then, like...
Yeah.
Or they'll both become evil. I see that happening.
Part of me just sees him dying.
Yeah, honestly, Brandon, I think that's what's going to happen. Some people are saying they're trying to set up Caitlin for becoming the main villain of Season 4. Do you agree with that, or do you think...
Maybe.
What do you think of that? That's actually the best...
I would like her to be... I never said it would be a shame if she became a villain, but I guess if they don't kill her off or anything, I wouldn't mind her becoming a villain.
Yeah.
Like a main villain.
Yeah. Anything's better than another goddamn speedster.
Godspeed.
I love Godspeed, dude, but even I think it's too early. Like, move on. Oh my god. So, the episode itself. Okay. CGI was great. The fight against Solivar kind of sucked, though.
It did. I felt like Solivar went down like a pussy.
I feel like... Well, then people are, like, complaining. It's like, wait, how does he hit Barry if he's so fast? It's like, he's a psychic gorilla. He can pick up his psychic thoughts and, like, figure out where he is.
Yeah.
Like, come on. That's not that big of a deal for me. Also, but it's also like, hey, Barry punches him a few times. But the problem with the Flash's fight scenes is that it's all it is, basically, is Barry running around in a circle, charging up his lightning rod, the enemy just standing there like a dumbass, duh, and just getting zapped.
Yeah.
That's all I feel like the action scenes have become, and it really sucks. They do improve it in the next episode, though. Also, Barry's a fucking hypocrite. He has killed before in this show.
Yeah.
Especially Earth 2. Dude, didn't he kill, like, every Earth 2 metahuman?
Pretty much, yeah.
So, what's the big deal?
Exactly.
Do only gorilla lives matter? I thought Earth 2 lives... Harambe! They didn't want to kill a gorilla because of Harambe.
Yeah.
This episode is dedicated to Harambe. So, okay. I mean, what do you think about that? I mean, I feel like did you think they forgot about the fact that didn't he kill that sand guy?
Yeah.
So what do you think of that? Like, I feel like they forget about their
I
morale.
feel like they forgot about it too, yeah.
Yeah. So, oops. Someone needs to keep track of this stuff. And, other than that, I mean, what else did you think of this episode? Obviously, you were disappointed with the gravity thing. I am as well. I'd like to see that. Is there anything else? Like, did you have a problem with anything else? Did you like anything else, or what?
Everyone, being able to convince Caitlin to use her powers.
That was pretty cool. Alright, so, I think we've pretty much said everything we need to say. It was a good episode. I don't really care about the Wally Jesse stuff. I'm not for it. I'm not against it, but I'm not like... I think that's all I really am. It's like, I'm not against it. It's like, whatever. I don't care. I am getting sick of relationship drama all the time. I will say that, though.
Yeah.
But it's the CW. It's almost a package deal. You almost have to get it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, there's that. And, let's see, what else? Caitlin and Julian, not necessary. I don't really think it's needed. And we all know how it's going to end.
Yeah.
And the fight against Olivar kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Why did we like this episode? The CGI was great. The story was pretty good. And there was a lot of cool moments where it was like, okay, this is really entertaining. So, not the perfect episode, but still a good one nonetheless. Brandon, give your character and your letter grading, if you may.
Letter grade, I'm gonna go with a solid B.
A solid B. That's valid.
Yeah.
Wait, what was your letter grading for the last Supergirl episode?
B plus.
Oh, you actually liked the Supergirl episode more than this one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I did too. I know we ranted about it, but we were ranting about one part of it.
Yeah.
So it almost construed that entire political rant.
Like a majority of the review.
I know. I'm sorry. But I had to say it, dude. I just had to get my thoughts out there.
Yeah.
So.
And my character.
Harambe?
Harambe, yeah. You know what? I might actually choose Grodd.
Ooh, that's a good choice. Why Grodd?
Because of the way he was, able to manipulate the team into, like, doing his dirty work so he could become king and stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
How he's, like, tricking everyone into thinking he wanted to, like, protect Central City when he really wanted to destroy it.
Yeah. That's a very good choice, Brandon. I didn't think of Grodd. I'm so used to picking someone from the team. I'm so used to doing that I forget that there are times when the villains are the best parts. I've given Ybor Thawne, I've given Reverse Flash one. I remember that. All right, so moving on. Wait, I gotta give mine.
Yeah, what about you?
I'm gonna give this a B plus. And my character. God, that's a good question. I'm probably... My character... I'm having a hard time with this for once. Probably gonna go... Brennan, who's your runner-up?
Now you know how I feel.
I now know how you feel.
You can still Grodd if you want. You can say Grodd.
I think I'm gonna go with the. I think I'm gonna go with Caitlin Snow.
Yeah, she'd probably be my runner-up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Caitlin Snow because of the Killer Frost thing, and yes, the Julian stuff is unnecessary, but whatever. It was there. I mean, whatever. It's there. So it's not gonna change my mind. So
yeah.
All right. So that's it for me. So on to the next part of this 2-part crossover.
Yep. Episode 14: Attack on Central City. Harry and HR clashing for their different personalities. Jessie informs her father that she intends to stay on Earth 1 with Wally, which Harry initially tries to prevent. Harry subdues Gypsy when she ambushes Cisco and Barry, and the team realizes that Grodd and his forces have reached Central City. Using his powers, Cisco determines that the guerrillas will attack the center of town. This turns out to be a distraction for Grodd to abduct the visiting army general. Barry contemplates killing Grodd as the only way to permanently stop him and also change the future. But Harry encourages him to find another way. Taking control of the general, Grodd attempts a nuclear missile strike on the city. Barry prevents the attack, so Grodd and his guerrilla army invade the city themselves. Cisco travels to Earth 19 to ask Gypsy for help. The speedsters distract the soldiers while Cisco and Gypsy bring Olivar to Earth 1, who defeats Grodd and assumes leadership once again. All the guerrillas return to Earth 2, with the exception of Grodd, who is turned over to Argus. Cisco receives a kiss from Gypsy, and Barry proposes to Iris. While going out to pick up dinner for Jesse, Wally is confronted by Savitar. That's it.
Alright. So just letting you guys know I'm having some pretzels. So if you hear a crunch on the audio, that's what it is. So, what did you think of this episode, Brian?
I thought this one was better than the first part, to be honest.
What did you like about it, and what did it do better?
The fight sequences in this one were a lot better.
Yeah, they were a lot better.
Yeah, especially Grodd and Salazar.
Dude, that fight was so cool, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to see more on The Flash. Just actual fighting and not zoom, boom, lightning. So, what else would you like?
We got to see a slight glimpse of Earth 19.
With Accelerated Man?
Accelerated Man, yeah.
Yeah. His costumes...
What do you think of the Cisco Gypsy storyline, though?
I mean, it's kind of interesting, because admittingly, the one thing we haven't done with Cisco is give him a love... Oh, wait, Hot Girl. I keep forgetting about that character. Well, apparently so does the CW, because she's never referenced after Legends Season 1, so fuck it. If they can't remember Hot Girl, me neither. So, I mean, I'm fine with that. It doesn't bother me. So, and it's also the most, in my opinion, it's also the most interesting of the romances, because they have similar powers. They're both on a different Earth. So some of you guys are probably wondering, why not Wally and Jesse? You don't find that as interesting? It's like, I don't know, because...
Plus, Gypsy is supposed to be teaching Cisco some new tricks, too.
Yeah. It's also just sort of like, will they, won't they? And like, for Cisco, for me, it's totally because she's hot. So I get that sort of, it's more of a flirty relationship versus Wally and, like, Jesse, where it's like, this is a serious relationship, and we don't even know each other that much. It's like, okay. We were trapped in a bunker one time. Do you want to move in? That's pretty much it. So, that's fine with me. What do you think about it?
Yeah.
Do you think, like, it'll go anywhere, or do you think it'll be like a...
No, I think they will.
Okay. You think Cisco's gonna tell her to move into Earth next?
No, I don't think there's gonna be a proposal or anything, but I do think that she's gonna help develop Cisco more.
Yeah. Are you afraid of him becoming too powerful to the point of where he'll be more powerful than the Flash?
I'm not sure about that one.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Alright, so I'll continue. Alright, so this episode was a lot better than the first one because it had better action, it had more of a... I almost feel like it had more of a concentrated story as well. We knew what they were going up against. To see the two Harrison Welleses, I guess you could say, go up against each other was very interesting. And overall, this episode was just a lot more enjoyable. It had better action. That Salvor fight versus Grodd was a really good fight. And it was just so cool. The CGI, once again, amazing, to the point of where Savitar needed to get a new suit instead of being all CGI like we saw him in the previous episodes. So that's pretty cool. Once again, not really... The whole Earth 2 Wells dealing with the relationship between Wally and Jesse was interesting. So it was really funny that he was lying and all that stuff to get her to stay. Again, the only complaint that I have with the relationship, it feels like, why doesn't Wally move to Earth 2? Because, like, that way they have two speedsters, and Earth Central City still has its speedster and Barry to do all that stuff. So that I would totally agree with. It's not because of feminism or any of that stuff. No. It just has to do with that plot point. It bothers me. But other than that, you know, it's not a... I don't hate the Jesse Wally stuff. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't do anything for me, but it doesn't bother me either. So it's just like, whatever. And this was just a good episode. It had a good action, good tension. It was just a really solid episode, and it also gave us a glimpse of Earth 19, which I'm sure we're going to visit eventually, right, Brandon?
Alright, back.
Okay, good, because I didn't know if you were back because your webcam's not on. But are we going to Earth 19 soon, or?
I have no idea.
I feel like we're going to eventually.
I'm hoping that's not the last of Accelerated Man Week.
Because that's what this show needs, another speedster. It's the Flash, I get it. Okay, I'm going to complain about the Savitar thing in the next episode. Oh my god. So anyway, that being said though, action was great. CGI was great. Story was good. Brandon, do you have anything else to add? Is there anything you didn't like?
What didn't I like? Harry being induced to HR.
I like that though. That's my opinion, but I like that. That was so funny, and I was.
God, Jesus.
No, I like.
But he's just trying to help.
I like it though. I actually like that though. That's my opinion. He's an idiot. So okay.
Harry also tried to. Wasn't this the episode where Harry tried to trick them into thinking he was dying?
Yes, this was that episode. Dude, he's such an asshole.
Yeah.
But I like him. So.
That's what makes Harry. That's what makes. Dude, sometimes I still wish Harry would just stay there.
Dude, me too. He's still my favorite version of Harrison Wells. He's my favorite. I like him every time he's on. So, okay. You still gonna put that as a complaint? You can if you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I like that though, personally. I think a complaint I had was... God, did I have a complaint? I feel like I did.
Probably one, even if it's minor, it's probably one somewhere.
There is a minor, Watch, it'll hit me when during the next reviews.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now. It's not perfect though, so... Alright, do you want to give your letter and your character and all that stuff?
I'm gonna go with an A minus.
Alright, what did... Oh, that's right, we all know what you didn't like about it. Never mind. Character?
Probably... God.
Grodd again?
no, I said God.
Oh, I thought you said Grodd. What, Grodd again?
God, holy. I'm gonna go with Cisco.
Alright, why?
Him trying to, convince Gypsy to join the fight and stuff like that.
Okay.
Even though Gypsy, kept saying, it's not my fight, you should do it.
Okay, that's fair.
And then finally getting the, was it first base? Or is it third base?
Third base.
Third base?
I don't fuck.
The third base with Gypsy?
I guess. I think. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
So, mine's gonna be Barry Allen.
Okay.
I felt like he was a good leader, and even though, yes, he has technically killed Earth 2 medics before, I enjoyed that moral conflict, and I just thought he did a really good job, and I liked the whole nuclear code thing. That was cool. And I just really enjoyed him in this episode. So I'm going to go with our main character. And I'm going to give it an A- as well. Not a perfect, I can't think of a flaw, but I know there was a...
It was not as good as the next episode that we're going to talk about.
No. I agree. That's not a flaw that gets this episode though, so... But it's still an A-. It's just something... It's just something... I just feel like there was something that bothered me that I can't put my finger on. I don't know what it was. Maybe it'll hit me in later review.
Lack of water bottles?
What?
Lack of water bottles?
Yeah, sure. Lack of water bottles. There you go. There's your flaw. There was no border patrol. Alright, next review.
Alright, episode 15, titled The Wrath of Savitar. Turn sideways, please. Okay, never mind. Wally continues having visions of Savitar, and after a physical altercation with him, finally admits this to the team. But the team attempts to question Savitar via Julian, who acts as a conduit. Savitar casts doubt on whether the Philosopher's Stone is truly lost to the Speed Force. Caitlin confesses that she kept part of the Philosopher's Stone, hoping to use it to remove her powers. Barry and the team figure out that Savitar is trapped inside the Speed Force, but Wally is at home with Jesse when they realize this. Wally, after being confronted by Savitar, who appears as a vision of his mother, steals the stone fragment from the lab, creates a portal, and launches the fragment into the Speed Force, believing this will exile Savitar for good. Barry arrives just as the portal draws Wally into it, trapping him in the Speed Force. Savitar, having successfully manipulated Wally, emerges from the Speed Force and fights Barry, taunting him by boasting he will not kill him before Barry watches Iris die before his eyes. Barry is able to wound Savitar by vibrating his hand to slice off his arm blade, but Savitar manages to retreat. That's it.
Alright, since you really liked this episode, what did you like about it?
Again, this had an awesome fight scene.
Mm-hmm.
Just Savitar, man. He was kick-ass in this episode.
For once, he did something great.
Well, I think I gave him a character of the week one time before, and I'm going to give him my character of the week in this episode.
So would you like him more than Zoom?
Still early to say, but so far, yes.
At this, okay.
Yeah.
Compared to Zoom at this point in the season, compared to previous season, you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
Who would you say is better?
Where was Zoom at this point? Well, at this point is where Zoom just started like getting good and stuff. Because we're getting close to the point where he would have been revealed to be Hunter Zolomon.
Oh, okay.
But because it was the episode after the crossover where they revealed it.
You're right. Okay.
I think I like Savitar more just because he's something new. While Zolomon it was all this Reverse Flash storyline again.
Really? You think he's something new?
I think he's a little more new.
Besides being a speedster, that I don't care about.
No, not the speedster thing. But I think he's something. What, you don't think he's like completely new? You think he's just like Zolomon or?
No, he's not like them. But I don't like.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well here's my thing on that. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I did like this episode a lot as well. I do have problems with it, though. Some people are talking about, some people that aren't. The problem is this. Savitar. Savitar's comic book history is very simple. Dude was a Cold War pilot, struck down by lightning, got Speed Force, became obsessed with becoming super powerful, and eventually a cult started worshipping him because of his powers. Okay, cool. We've got that right so far. At least with the cult thing and powers and wanting to be the best. Don't know about the Cold War pilot stuff.
Okay.
I think they're gonna fuck up his origin and say, oh, he's from the future! And he's this guy! And I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
Why does everyone have to have a secret identity? Can't he just be a crazy asshole who wants to cause havoc? What's wrong with that? I just don't... Plus, Savitar has no identity in the comics. He doesn't have a real name. He's just a fucking evil speedster. That's all he is. Why do we have to do that crap, you know? Like,
yeah.
Also, some people think Savitar is the future Wally.
Either that or the future Barry.
No.
Some people think he's future Flash.
No. They're not doing the Blue Flash storyline with Savitar. That'd be stupid. Okay, what?
You're asking as of now, and I'm saying yes as of now, but I'm like I said, as of now. I mean, we'll see if he's better than Zoom.
Right. My question is this. Do you feel like that's a disappointment for Savitar? Do you think they should just make him an evil speedster and that's it? Or do you think we need this...
I think they should just make him an evil speedster.
Yeah, we don't need this complicated backstory.
Yeah, a lot of people are also thinking, because he knows so much about the people on Team Flash, that he used to be a member of Team Flash.
I'm beginning to think he's future Wally. Which would be super disappointing. I just wanted an evil speedster, man. I don't need a complicated story, you know? I don't need, like... I just want him to... You know what I mean? Like, I just don't... We don't need, like...
Here's the thing I don't get about future Wally, though.
Okay.
Why is he killing his own sister?
Because he's a cunt.
Or Barry.
Because he's... Well, he said Barry was a selfish
Barry
prick.
Like, kill Iris.
You see why I don't like this?
Yeah.
Just make him an evil asshole.
I'd rather just be... I would rather it be Eddie than Barry or Wally.
I've heard that. Oh my god, I don't know about...
Well, that's the equivalent to people wanting Tommy to be Prometheus.
We all knew that, and that didn't happen.
We all knew it wasn't going to happen.
So... if you had to choose one existing Team Flash member to be Savitar, who would it be?
Right now, Julian.
Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, totally.
Or HR.
Oh my god, dude, no!
I can't see it being anyone else.
HR is Savitar? Dude, really? HR?
I've heard of it, too.
Harrison Wells is an evil speedster again?
But those are the only two right now who
No!
I can see Savitar. Like, I'm sorry, I cannot see Barry being Savitar, I cannot see Wally, I cannot see Caitlin, I cannot see Cisco.
Caitlin? Oh my god.
Yeah, Caitlin.
No, unless Caitlin developed a mannish feature, I can't fucking...
She went crazy with the Philosopher's Stone. Accidentally gave her speed powers.
That's so fucking stupid.
That's why. I mean, you said anyone on Team Flash. Those are the only two that I could most realistically see King Savitar.
I would say Wally. I'm sorry, but I think out of all of them, he's the most logical choice.
Maybe. Just the whole killing his sister, though.
He's a cunt!
It's season 2 Wally, the stereotype. The stereotype Wally.
Oh, New 52 Wally West before DC Rebirth?
Yeah.
Oh my... Oh my god.
You know Abracadabra's coming in later on.
Boo!
And apparently he's supposed to know who Savitar is because he's from the future.
Why didn't they just save him for a future episode, for a future main villain?
Why did... Because he's not a speedster.
But he's Abracadabra, man!
But he's still not a speedster.
I don't care. He should have been the main villain for season 4.
Why isn't Mirror Master the main villain?
Because fuck you, that's why. So dumb. He should have been the main villain.
Why isn't just Alchemy not the main villain?
Insert cult here. I don't know. Alright, this is a good question. Also, why didn't Barry try to free Wally when he was being sucked into that portal?
I know, right?
He was just standing there like, duh! I feel like
that led into a lot of the Wally rumors, too. You know that, right?
Oh, I totally know that. Did you ever see...
Wally's gonna kill his own sister just because of that.
Did you ever see... Okay, you know what this is reminding me of, strangely enough? Did you ever watch that cartoon Danny Phantom?
Yes.
Do you remember the episode where the ultimate enemy, it ended up being Danny from the future?
Yeah.
This is what this is reminding me of. I feel like because he set himself up to become his own worst enemy through like time paradoxes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that could happen with Wally and Savitar. You see where I'm going with this?
Maybe, yeah.
So I could see that happening. So I think that is what will most likely happen, in my opinion. I just want Savitar to be an evil guy. I don't need him to be anything complicated. I'm just so tired of that.
Yeah.
So that's a downvote. Him not saving Wally. I feel like if it was Iris being stuck in the portal, oh my god, he would be running so goddamn fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so full of shit. And, there was something else I didn't like. What was it? That's about it. Those are my two main complaints. Everything else was a really good episode.
Yeah.
So, action was great. Everyone's asking this, I'll ask you, Brandon, what did you think of Savitar's suit?
I think it was good for what they had.
I think it's good for what they had. It doesn't look as cool as the CGI suit, but I totally get why they had to use an actual suit because of the Grodd budget and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I get that. Anything is better than the comic book costume.
Wouldn't we already know who he was if it was a comic book costume?
It's true. We would know. So, okay, this is a good question. If Wally is Savitar, what do they do with Kid Flash?
I have no idea.
I have no idea. I'm confused. So, character of the week, Brandon.
I already said Savitar.
Oh, letter grading, Brandon.
I'm gonna go with an A-.
I'm gonna go with an A-. And I'm gonna go... You know what? I'm gonna go with Wally, which could also be the same thing as Savitar, potentially.
Yeah, exactly.
So, because him dealing with those hallucinations and all that stuff, and it really sucks, but although they could be using the DC Rebirth storyline to be like, hey, Wally was trapped in the Speed Force. Everyone forgot about him because Abracadabra wiped their minds, and then boom, he comes back. They could do that.
I think, unfortunately, he's coming right back out.
Oh, that's dumb.
That's what they say, because he's supposed to be in the crossover.
Supergirl?
Yeah, the Supergirl crossover, he's casted
Oh.
in it.
End credit scene. Alright. So, okay. So, I'm going to give this an A- as well. My character is Wally West. So, alright, moving on to the next one. We gotta stop procrastinating these reviews. This is long.
Okay, on to Legends. Right, we're gonna do Legends episode 12, which is titled Camelot 3000.
Oh god, I barely remember any of this.
This was back in the end of February.
They
went on that 1 week break.
I know, this is why I barely remembered this episode.
Yeah. Rip tracks down Charles McNider in the year 3000, killing him and taking the fragment of the spear. Gideon locates the next fragment in medieval England in 507 AD during the age of King Arthur.
Huh?
During the age, it's the King Arthur one.
Oh.
They are intercepted by Guinevere, who takes them to Arthur. Amaya recognizes his advisor Merlin as Stargirl, her former comrade in the JSA.
Comrade,
yeah. She explains that Rick divided the spear into 4 pieces and that she formed a Knights of the Round Table to protect her. The Legion adopts Arthur and uses him to enter Camelot, threaten to destroy it unless the spear is brought to them. Sarah persuades Guinevere to help them fight back, but Stargirl refuses to let them have her fragment. Amaya steals the fragment, which has been forged into the Excalibur, but Stargirl catches her in the act. Having fallen in love with Arthur, she entrusts it to them. Upon learning that Ray has joined Guinevere's army, the team devises a way to reverse the Legion's brainwashing and Arthur subdues Rip. Ray pursues a fleeing Damien and gets shot, but survives due to his suit's armor. Imprisoned in the brig, Rip contacts Gideon, who is programmed to be loyal to him. Yeah, I'm starting to actually remember this episode a little bit more now.
Yeah, I am too.
One thing I liked about this episode, I thought Ray was a total, dumbass, but yet so good in this episode.
Really? Well, how so? Why was he so good if you thought he was a dumbass?
Well, his intentions were good, but, he was close to altering the timeline. Yeah, did you remember that one scene where he was supposed to, become king or something like that?
Yeah, they never did that.
No, they never did it because that's when he left.
Oh, okay.
Remember Nate was telling him about his story, the rewritten story.
Yeah. That makes sense now.
It was all his bedtime story, and then as soon as Ray said he didn't want to hear what happened, Nate dropped the book and it showed that he was going to become king.
Yeah. Now it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. But he was just really wanting to live his childhood.
Oh, he was such a dumbass.
Dream, but yeah, still being a dumbass.
Yeah.
But come on, wouldn't we all want to live our childhood dreams?
I guess.
Yeah.
As you get older.
That's why I'm actually going to give Ray my character of the week for that one.
Alright, fair enough.
Because I actually liked him in this episode.
Alright, that's fair. So, this episode was overall pretty good. Would you say, okay, this is going to sound weird, but does anyone think Legends is the best show on so far?
Honestly?
Yeah.
It's definitely the most improved.
But would you still say Flash is better, or this show is better, or what?
If I say Flash is better, honestly, they're neck and neck.
I think
They're neck and neck.
This is going to sound controversial, going against the norm here. I think Legend is a little bit better.
A Guggenheim show is better than The Flash?
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I will say Legends is definitely the most improved.
Absolutely.
Out of all the episodes, of all the shows right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
By far.
By far.
Because remember how down we were at the beginning of this
Oh, I know. We were just shitting on it, and now we're
now once they got the overarching storyline.
Yeah, now this show is so much better when it has an overarching storyline, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Character, what did I like? Medieval time period was awesome. I liked the overall conflict. That was cool.
Yeah.
And character, that's a good question. I'm the Dings. That's my character.
Who?
The Ding. Character. This is a good question, actually. I'm probably gonna have to go with Ray as well because he was super memorable in this episode. I mean,
he really was.
What could I say? I mean, at times I thought he was a fucking idiot, but
oh yeah.
But I feel like
at the same time, who wouldn't want to live their childhood dream?
Yeah. So okay, you know what? I'm gonna go with him. And did you have a letter grading? So I'm getting tired. I want to move forward from reviews.
We should make this like an every 2-week thing.
How about a every week thing? Fuck the breaks.
Okay, so we'll do 3 shows later this week then.
Supergirl's on a break,
We're
bro.
all tied because it's just like 3 shows. Well, 2 shows actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 shows.
So okay.
So I give this one. I'm gonna give this one a A-.
Okay, what was your flaws? I
honestly can't remember.
I think the beginning was a bit slow.
It was. Oh yeah, now I remember. There was not much the year 3000 in it.
Yeah.
When the description came out, it sounded like half of it was going to be in Camelot years and half of it was in the year 3000.
Yeah, I didn't read it. I don't read the descriptions, but
Yeah, seriously, like in the year 3000 is in the title. You might as well just call the show Camelot.
pretty much.
Like I literally thought it was gonna be like half, but oh well.
Oh well. But that's a valid complaint, though. They deceived you.
Mm-hmm. Guggenheim.
Damn Guggenheim. You and your bullshit. Alright. So, I'm going to give it an A-. It did deceive you a lot. So,
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with Brandon on that. And, yeah. I mean, it also is kind of slow. Like, kind of lost me a couple of times, but... Also, the whole Stargirl is Merlin thing, I'm kind of like, whatever. We didn't get to know Stargirl. So it's not even that big of a deal, bro. Brandon, you there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you agree with me in the whole Stargirl being Merlin thing is not a big deal because we barely knew her?
Yeah.
So, she did say, like, what, 3 lines in the original JSA thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway... Moving on. A- and Ray.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next episode.
Episode 13, titled The Land of the Lost. Or just Land of the Lost.
The Land Before Time.
Mm-hmm. Rip issues an override order to Gideon to activate the Wave Rider self-destruct sequence, but the team manages to reboot Gideon and stop it. They crash land in the Cretaceous period, and Ray, Amaya, and Nate venture out to recover the lost engine part. Mick suggests using a Time Master method of mental programming to travel inside Rip's mind and discover the location of Commander Steel and the final piece of the spear. Sarah and Jax travel inside Rip's mind, encountering evils from Rip's past. Evil versions of themselves. Gideon in human form and a trapped Rip. Ray, Nate, and Amaya retrieve the engine part, with Amaya using her ability to stop a dinosaur from attacking them. Nate and Amaya start developing mutual feelings, but Ray advises against this, reminding Nate that Amaya's daughter will eventually inherit her abilities. Sarah, Jax, and Gideon free Rip's consciousness before Sarah and Jax return to reality. Rip shares a kiss with the human Gideon before returning to reality.
What the fuck?
And resuming his role as captain, informing the team that he does know the location of Commander Steel and the last piece of the spear. Meanwhile, in 1970, John Swigert, Apollo 13's command module pilot, has a meeting with the medical examiner revealed to be Eobatan. That's it.
That Gideon Rip Hunter kiss was weird as fuck, yo.
It was.
It's like, he's in love with an AI.
That's like you kissing your PS4.
Ew! It's fucking... Yes, PS4. Oh god, take me now, PS4. Watch, there's gonna be fan fiction written about me and my PS4 now.
Yeah.
Seriously, okay, I know it's gonna sound dumb. That's a flaw. I'm sorry. That just it's so fucking weird. It's just and Gideon somehow the actual AI knows about it, and she said the fuck. It's so fucking weird, dude. Is this gonna be like a romance thing where we see robots and human beings?
Here's the thing too. Here's a question: If Rip has been in love with Gideon, and he has all this like future technology and shit, how come he hasn't made a human Gideon?
I don't know.
How come you haven't turned your PS4 into a human Sean?
What the fuck would it look like?
I don't know. A hot woman?
I know that, but besides... Oh my god, okay, the Gideon thing was weird. Other than that, I'm sorry, that's a flaw. That's so fucking weird. It's just... Why? Why? Do we need a romance with everything? Robot CW, you've reached a new low. robots and humans. Fucking Christ. Okay. Brandon, what did you like about this episode? It was a really good episode, though. I have to admit that.
It was. I kind of like the whole getting the engine part and stuff like that.
Oh, Steel, Adam, and Vixen, and
was it you or is it Louise who said that it was your favorite part?
Probably him. I didn't watch this until yesterday.
Yeah.
By the way, in case you guys are wondering, he never comes on the show, so that's why he's not on the show anymore.
Yeah.
We always invite him, and he never shows up.
Yeah.
So
we always tell him exact times too.
Him and GTA, man.
I have GTA on my iPad, and I'm still on the show.
Well, Brandon, you can.
It's only 2 hours of your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, moving on.
Oh yeah, Rip with the powers.
That was cool. I thought he was a Jedi. Use the Force, Rip. That was cool.
Like, you should have pulled out a lightsaber. Oh wait, copyright.
Okay, I'm sorry to say this. Okay, does anyone think? Maybe it's me. I really don't want it. I almost feel like they're setting up a Sarah and Rip romance. Do you get that, or do you feel like no, or
not after the Gideon kiss?
God damn it!
No, not after the Gideon kiss.
They're so dumb.
But okay, who else are we gonna put with? Because now that you killed Captain Cold off.
Why does Sarah have to be with anyone?
Exactly.
Just
she's a lesbian.
Oh, she's bisexual.
She's bi, yeah.
But she prefers women, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she kissed the Guinevere person or whatever, and I'm like, what? Why?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Didn't know there were that many bisexual or lesbian people in history.
I liked when they had to fight their evil selves.
That was cool. I liked that. That was kind of cool. It's like it made...
Getting to see evil White Canary. Because isn't White Canary evil?
Yeah. In the comics, the original White Canary, yeah. She barely showed up in any... She was... When she showed up, Brandon, that's before they rebooted the entire universe. So that's why it's kind of like a free slate with Sarah. They can just use the name and not have her anything be like the character. So it's like, whatever. Some people are like, White Canary in the comics is Asian. So when Sarah became the White Canary, everyone was like, oh my god, whitewashing! But it's like, how come you didn't complain about the Supergirl thing? You know, where were you on that?
Yeah.
So, point is that this was a really solid episode. Character of the week, going with Rip. Yes, he made out with Gideon. Yes, it was weird, but admittingly, just to see him back as the captain was awesome. I'm very happy he's back, honestly. Please don't die.
Part of me, don't get me wrong, I'm happy that he's back. Part of me was kind of hoping that would be more of a season finale thing, though.
Yeah.
Even though he was a jackass, I was starting to like Evil Rip, but...
Just because he's a jackass doesn't mean you have to hate him.
Yeah, oh yeah. Who's the character you love to hate?
He's a character you love to hate. That's a good point. He's actually a really good villain.
Oh yeah.
So, I'm going to go with the Rip.
So I was kind of hoping he'd stay evil for a few episodes and then be like, towards the end, that's when they turned him good.
Yeah.
Because honestly, now what are you gonna do with Rip for the rest of the season?
I don't know.
Exactly. You kept him evil for a while. You could have kept the whole like trying to get the good Rip back, and then at the season finale, you get him back.
All right, that's fair. That's a fair criticism, but still.
But don't get me wrong. I am happy he's back.
Yeah. So, who is your character then, if not Rip?
No, it's Rip.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was Rip or not. What did you not like about this episode?
The whole Rip Gideon thing.
What the fuck was that?
Sean X PS4.
It's Sean X PS4. It's better than Olicity and Maggie and Alex. Dude, I was watching that scene with Gideon and Rip, and I was thinking to myself, oh, for the love of God, please no. Please no. No! And then I saw it, and then I'm like, huh? What the fuck? I'm gonna go on the Legends of Tomorrow Reddit to see how people reacted towards that. I can't believe people would be like, yeah, my shipping. Was there anyone really shipping Gideon and Rip?
Nope.
Like, what the fuck? Also, the Vixen Steel relationship, what do you think of that? I don't think it's necessary either.
Yeah.
It's just like, why? Didn't it come out of nowhere in that American Revolution episode?
It did.
It's like, what? When did this happen? I thought it was supposed to be Heatwave and Vixen. Didn't they kind of hint at that a little bit?
They did a little bit.
And then they were like, oh, never mind. Poor Heatwave, forever alone. I don't think he cares, though.
Yeah.
So, I loved the Vixen dinosaur scene. That was cool.
Yeah.
I liked... Dude, Ray was so funny. Him and Gertrude.
Yeah.
That was so cool. And it was just a good episode. A good conflict that had me thinking, how are we going to solve this problem? Was not a predictable episode. Gotta give it credit.
No, it wasn't.
It was very well done. This was, in my opinion, the best episode of Legends of Tomorrow so far. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So, that being said, I'm going to give this an A. And my character is Rip. Welcome back.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, yeah, you agree on rating and character? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. So, that being said, is there anything else you want to talk about? I guess.
Krabby Patty.
Fine. Let's talk about Arrow. You can talk about Arrow. I mean, I have got nothing to say.
I mean, they revealed who Prometheus is. It's Adrian Chase. Now they don't know who they're going to do for Vigilante. That's all I gotta say, really.
Didn't they say he wouldn't be unmasked until season 5 or something?
He wouldn't be unmasked till next season.
Oh, I'm sorry, season 6. That's so dumb, dude.
Agreed.
What if it's like... Okay, what if the season finale for Arrow is him about to take off his mask and then... Whoom, and then you have to wait an entire... Yep. It's like, what? That's so... That's dumb. That's so stupid.
You know.
Yeah, Krabby Patties. Woo! Don't care.
Fuck Arrow.
Arrow can go fuck itself.
You still think you're gonna watch season 5 on Netflix?
Yeah, I am.
I think it's gonna be June 1st, if it's the 8-day thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, June 1st, because Flash will be May 31st. If Supergirl ends the same week, it'll probably be May 30th. And then Legends will be sometime in April.
Why April?
Because Legends ends at the beginning of April.
Why?
It's only 17 episodes.
Oh, what? That's odd. I thought they were gonna go full 23.
Nope, there's 17.
Oh.
One more episode than last season.
So, wait a minute. Does this mean that we're eventually just going to be reviewing Supergirl and The Flash?
Yep.
Okay. Why not?
Shorter reviews.
Alright, fine, fuck it.
Krabby Patties are good.
Alright, I think that's it. Alright, Brent, I'm going to cut your audio off.
All right.
So if you want to say bye to everyone.
Bye, everyone.